We've been on a growth trajectory for the last decade, opening more centers for men and families across the country, and then responding to the giant gap that our clients were telling us about in residential emergency support services for fathers and children that were leaving family violence situations or other kinds of crises. We decided to start opening up interim housing opportunities for those families. We were very proud to open first of its kind family shelter for fathers and children in crisis in Toronto just over 3 years ago. We are breaking news about to open the second of its kind, first in Western Canada, family shelter for fathers and children in crisis in Calgary later on fall of this year, 2024. And we want to keep expanding because those gaps exist all over the country and we need to be responsive wherever families are demanding essential support services.
Actually, I didn't know what to do with my life. I was thinking it's over, and I was treating cancer at the same time. I've been on cancer treatments for 3 years now.
So my kids have gone through so many trauma. It's not one or two, but so many that I cannot count. And they are so much resilient that I'm so proud of them. However, it does impact them. It does take out some of their life and it does impact their future, what they could have been.
She told the police, my disabled son, I was slapping her, beating her up all the time. Then she said the children had come to her and said I was trying to teach the children how to smoke and do all sorts of things. I don't even smoke, I don't drink, and she came up to the court to make up all these kind of false allegations against me. And the family court, when you go there, they said, oh, all sorts of things, and the children has to be with the mother.
With regard to men's help seeking, there are a few barriers in place that often make it difficult for them. First of all, there is the stigma that many men feel that they cannot reach out for help or that they need to solve their problems on their own. But there is also the belief that there are no services available for them, or that the services, worse off, will actually kind of victim blame and blame them for their own problems. So one of the things that I find really important about CCMF is that, we really seek to challenge a lot of these stigmas and problems and portray seeking help as a strength rather than a weakness. So, we strive to provide men with supports that really emphasize their strengths and focus on dignity and treating them with the respect that they deserve.
But I have to deal with that on my own with the police. And then they gave me the address of the men's and family shelter because they know I was homeless presently. Having this place to live has given me hope in life. I was already hopeless. I was thinking there was no even reason to be living again until I found here, Really, so they have really helped me. Food, everything, Yeah, I'm happy to be here. If not for here, I don't know what would have been my situation right now. Yeah. I'm really grateful to Men's and Family. Thank you.
Canadian Center for Men and Family. They were the game changer. They saved my life. At that time, I was so depressed and I didn't even know where or how life was gonna be for me. And they helped me so much. They even gave me another room to bring my son in for us to get ourselves, back together. Life is better now.
We're also very interested in reducing the staggeringly high rates of male suicide. We're interested in empowering fathers, both in intact families, but especially in separated and divorced families, where it can be very hard for a father to maintain a strong, healthy relationship with his children. And we're also getting into the area of providing support to younger males, boys and young men who are at risk of so-called failure to launch and need coaching and other methods of mentorship to keep them choosing making positive decisions, healthy decisions for them and their future families.
I think that a lot of people have been talking for a while now about things that are needed for men in our societies to really thrive and do better. But, what I really like about CCMF is that they're actually doing it. They're actually building the services. They're achieving the things that few people have been able to achieve. We started off as a very small community with one small office in Toronto, and over the course of the last 10 years, we've managed to build offices in the surrounding communities in Ontario, and then in Alberta, and then in BC, and then we built the shelter in Toronto, which was extremely exciting. And now we are just on the cusp of opening the shelter in Alberta, and it's extremely exciting to think of just how far we've been able to come in these 10 years despite the opposition, and to think of what we would be able to achieve in the next 10 years with more support from the community and from the government and everybody else that we can get that support from.
It's always difficult for any new charity to establish itself, but when your particular focus is on boys and men, you have to overcome a great deal of misunderstanding and sometimes opposition, frankly, to what you're trying to do, even though you have a very positive and collaborative message. And we have emerged against all those odds to become the leading voice to empower boys and men to be integrated into all of our efforts to solve social problems. So we're very proud of that. Nevertheless, there's much work that remains to be done. So whether you're looking for support for yourself or a loved one, or you're looking to give something back by supporting other families in need, please visit our website today. We're looking forward to hearing from you.